Okay, there's tons of tactics and strategies out there behind, running traffic and actually getting $100 a day in sales happening or commissions that you're earning. What we're going to cover here is what you need to understand what's happening behind the scenes and how the data is kind of flowing for you to actually knock out the process day to day and make it happen, right? So let's go in. So in ClickBank, right, if you sort through the marketplace, right, the easiest way to understand this is from an affiliate point of view. But if you're a vendor, just transpose this into making sales versus commissions, right? But if I'm an affiliate going into ClickBank's marketplace, what I'm going to do is find an offer, probably in the supplement space, that is on average paying over $100 in commission per sale. Right, plenty of them out there. I know like Flat Belly Tonic when I looked this morning was paying like $126, for example. So what we're going to do is really find an offer that's paying at least $100 in commission, because as you might imagine, what I'm going towards here is a one sale a day mentality. Now, you might have heard this before from someone else, but we're going to go a bit deeper into this. It's not just make a sale a day and you make $100, right? That's a little too simple for us here. What we're going to do is go a bit further. But if I know that all it takes is a sale, what I'm going to back into is what do I actually need to do to get that sale? Again, not from a tactic point of view, just from a strategy point of view, if you will. So then you can apply the tactics you're learning other places to the strategy. What I know from previous videos we've done, like the Does Your Offer Suck video, where we stacked the top 100 health and fitness offers and really broke down the data, is that these types of supplement offers that pay over $100 convert at around 1.3 to 1.5% at scale, right? Which in theory means I just need to drive 100, let's say, to 150 clicks to the sales page, okay? If I can drive 100 and 150 clicks at a 1.3 to 1.5% conversion rate, right, that'll get me my sale, in theory, of course. Now, let's back up for a second, right? Because this conversion rate here, the 1.3 to 1.5%, this is heavily skewed by top affiliates. If I'm new to affiliate marketing, okay, if I'm new to it, my conversion rates aren't going to be as high. Now, why is this? I'm not as good at making ad creatives, at driving traffic, at aligning and finding targeted traffic and matching it with a good offer, at writing headlines, at warming up traffic, all those kind of things that happen to send traffic. I'm not very good at it. I'm new to affiliate marketing, let's say. So to set my expectations better, and so I can actually test better, I'm going to assume that my conversions are going to be way worse than 1.3 or 1.5%. I'm going to assume that they're going to be around, let's just say 0.25% to 0.5%, right? 0.5% conversion. What does this mean from a traffic point of view now? Instead of 100 or 150 clicks a day, I need to send 200 to 400, clicks a day, right? Clicks. You read my chicken scratch. For 200 to 400 clicks a day, I might ask myself, can I do that? Is that possible for me, right? Can I even get that much targeted traffic in a day, depending on my traffic sources? How much would that even cost me, right? These are the questions I'm going to ask. If I can't do that yet, that's okay. That doesn't mean I'm out of the game, right? It just means that my time frame is now different. Because let's break it up. Let's say for 200 to 400 clicks a day, let's break that up. Let's say I can get a nice round number that's easy to do math with. Let's say I can get 50 clicks a day, right? 50 clicks. What is this going to mean? If I can get 50 clicks a day, it's going to take me 4 to 8 days to get one sale or $100, in commission. 4 to 8 days to get that, right? So that's now my time frame for expectations if I'm testing this offer, right? It's not like, oh, I'm testing it for 2 days and it's not working, right? Because I've only generated, 50 to 100 clicks in that 2-day time period. I need to wait at least 4 days or longer, because assuming I'm not as good at driving traffic, so 4 to 8 days to really get a healthy number of clicks for me to compare this to a better affiliate's earnings, right? A mistake that a lot of affiliates make is looking at, say, the affiliate tools page on a vendor's page or something like that, and they're quoting 3%, 5% conversions or something like that. Those are their best earnings or the best target traffic they could get, right? They're kind of overstating to sell you on promoting them. It's not, it's marketing. We're all marketers here, right? But this 1.3 to 1.5% mark I'm quoting you here, this is real data we pulled for these top supplement offers, for example, right? So I know that this is going to take me, 200 to 400 clicks, assuming I'm not as good. Now I'm kind of making this 200, 400 up, but the reason why that's important is just I'm just setting my expectations lower because I'm a new affiliate marketer, okay? If I'm still trying to get to that 100-day mark. So what does this mean? So after 4 to 8 days, let's say I've generated that 400 click level or more, and I have 0 sales. Sad face. No sales after 800 clicks. What am I going to start doing now? I'm going to start looking at the data. And now, in theory, right, I'm looking at the data the whole time, but I'm trying to sit in my hands a bit because I just don't have enough volume coming through on a day-to-day basis to really run big split tests every day if I'm only getting like 50 clicks, right? So I'm kind of waiting to see where it's really backing out because if I'm changing stuff and I would have had a sale on the 4th day, that's in line with my expectations, okay? So what's happening here? I'm going to start at the top of the funnel and really look at my ad performance. Are my dollars per impressions good? Are my impressions good? Is the click-through rate good? Likely they're not. If I'm new at affiliate marketing, this is probably where the problem is, right? Or the targeting is really off. That's a little harder to figure out, but I'm going to say impressions and click-through rate, those are things I can control with ad copy, with images, with bylines, with call to actions, right? I'm going to start split testing some pretty significant things there. A mistake a lot of new affiliates make is split testing. There are a lot of things all at once. They don't know what's making and driving the needle and moving the needle. Or they're split testing very small tweaks, like changing one word in a headline or adding like a little arrow to an image or something like that, right? Split test very big things. Right, so completely different headlines, completely different images. Split test one thing at a time to really know what's changing the performance of that ad in a positive way, and then make that your control, and so on and so forth. And kind of move down the line from headline to image to byline to call to action, right? Really test those big things in separate environments so you know what's changing the performance. Again, if you're not using ads, take that same strategy with subject lines, with email copy, if you're a vendor, with your headline, right, with your first 15 seconds of the VSL, things like that, right? Take the big things first and make big changes to them to get the best split test possible. As I do this and rinse and repeat, let's assume I get to a pretty good ad performance, right? Click-through rates are on par with what coaches, mentors are telling me they should be, things like that. Let's say I'm still not getting sales. Another 800 clicks happen and I'm still sad face with no sales, right? What's going to happen here? I'm going to start looking at order form impressions and the hops I'm sending. Let's say I sent 800 clicks. It's looking pretty good. And the order form impressions aren't there. What is that telling you? If you divide impressions, initial order form impressions, if you divide that by clicks, you get the click-through rate of the offer for your traffic, okay? Why is that important? If it's low and you're not getting enough order form impressions or all your traffic's bouncing, a lot of affiliates will say, oh, the offer isn't converting, right? It's the offer's fault. If you've picked a good offer from the top of the marketplace, it's probably not the offer's fault. The affiliate is probably misaligning either by warming up the traffic incorrectly and setting bad expectations for that traffic to hit the sales page. And so it's a surprise to them. A good example of this is interest-based clicks versus intent clicks, right? You might like this crazy thing, right? And then they're clicking through and it has nothing to do with the ad creative you used and it's just a disconnect, so they're bouncing. Or another example might just be you're targeting the wrong audiences with your ads and the wrong type of demographic is heading to that page, which is why it's very good to look at the affiliate tools page and figure out what is the best demographic for those pages first, so you can try to start off on the right foot and not just guess. So it could either be audience is incorrect or your creatives are warming up traffic incorrectly or not at all, and then they're bouncing off of that and not sticking through all the way to the end. And what are we doing here really? What we're doing here is making a a funnel, for lack of a better term. And what's happening is that we are now taking control over our testing and not just throwing stuff at a wall and going, oh, I've sent clicks, I'm not getting a sales. Why? We get tons of those questions. Why am I not getting sales? It's like, well, without knowing more about your data, it's impossible for us to say. But really, if you're following this process and going, okay, here's a healthy testing frame for me, your numbers will vary, right? If you're using native, for example, your clicks will probably be much higher than 200 to 400 or 800 clicks, right? You'll probably be looking at thousands of clicks just because they're a lot more, you get a lot more traffic with native and it's cheaper, but it's probably less intent driven. So it's going to be a lot more clicks to get a sale, for example. What we're doing here is really just structuring our testing phase to know, it's like, okay, what can I control in the flow? I can control everything up to them hitting the landing page for the offer, right? And what am I doing to improve all those steps from, ad to pre-sale if I'm using one, to CTA to the click, and how am I driving people through this funnel, and how am I improving each step of the funnel, right? If you're doing this on a consistent basis, what you're going to see is that you're improving as a marketer every day. Okay, and why is that important? This 200 to 400 clicks I'm saying, and the 0.25 conversion pieces, these are going to get better, right? You're going to start inching up to this ideal 1.3, 1.5, 2% conversion rates, okay? And as you do that, you need less clicks. You just need the 100, 150 clicks to happen. But you're also getting better at targeting. You're getting better at buying traffic. You're getting better at improving the ad performance. Right? So it's all coming around and coming to a head to get to that $100 a day level or one sale a day with those bigger offers that are paying out on the higher commissions. Right? If it's a lower commission amount, just chunk it up and right, okay, I need 2 sales a day, 3 sales a day. And what does that look like from a conversion basis to a click basis? Right? Really just chunk up and understand your testing method for running these offers and understand what you need to do. So again, if your budget only allows, or if your traffic sources only allow for fewer sales, you just need a longer time frame to test. But as you're testing, you're getting better. You're getting to that point where it's like, once you can get to that 100 click a day, 200 click a day level, you'll start to be able to really test better and see improvements day to day. And all of a sudden, getting a sale a day, getting $100 a day is going to be a distant number you're going to laugh at and go, oh, I can't believe that was such a hurdle for me to begin with, right? You're going to be looking at 10 sales a day, 100 sales a day, right? And kind of really be able to scale up from there. So we broke down the math here, right? This is not a secret tactic. It's not a flash in the pan. It's a process for you to follow and test against. And understand kind of the time frames that happen when you have less traffic to leverage, how to look at testing, and how to really understand the data that's flowing through the process, and really the math behind $100 a day or one sale a day. Let us know what's working for you or what's not in the questions below. I'd love to help you out there, and happy scaling.